Good morning, class. Good morning, Professor King. My name is Daniela Jaramillo. I'm here with my friend Evelyn Fernandez. I met her in an international relations class. So, Avril, do you want to tell us something about yourself?
Yes. Hi. Good morning. Thank you, Daniela, for having me and choosing me for this interview. My name is Avril Fernandez. I'm a psychology student at FIU, and I was a former student at Broward College 2 semesters ago.
Nice.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Can you tell us the definition of social justice?
For me, social justice is for an individual to have the same rights and opportunity within a society.
We can agree that it's an equal opportunity regarding whatever the person
Someone
can look
needs.
like.
Yeah.
So, can you give us some examples of social injustices?
So, some examples of social injustice that I can think about are related to someone race, someone nationality, someone education, the level of education that that person had in their life. It can be about their gender identity, about their physical and mental ability.
I did my research and I came through the fact that the sad truth that people around the world face discrimination. It is an injustice to be discriminated or abused based on sexual orientation and gender identity. What are your thoughts about that?
Well, this is a topic that is very sensitive to me and very vulnerable as well, because I am supporter of the LGBTQI community in this case, not because I'm one of them. I can say I don't wanna say the wrong words to offend someone, but I'm a supporter, and I'm okay with people different sexual identities and orientations in this generation, because it has changed a lot. It has changed in the way that now people are more open about their sexuality, and they're okay with the person they have become and they have discovered with time. Now they're not so afraid as before, you know, because it's something that people are recognizing more, and I'm happy with that, you know. But yeah, I'm okay with that, and I'm happy. Now the society is involving in being much understanding now that a couple of years ago with the LGBTQI community.
And we can see that now the LGBTQI community has many more rights than what they did before and years
Yes.
before.
That's true.
But for me, it is impressive that even though some countries like the United States and countries in Europe are, we can say, progressing,
Yes, they are.
there are still countries in the 21st century that condemn them.
Yes.
And like, you know, because you're a psychology major, before people actually thought that they were
Mental
yeah,
ill.
they're mentally ill. And there's still people that think that in countries and laws that regulate that.
Yeah, and they still, doctors and psychologists and professionals think that these people have a mental ill still, and they want them to go to therapy so they can fix themselves. They still do that, and they still have like electric shock to see if they can change the way that they feel or think about themselves, and that's very sad.
That's very sad. And I think those are called conversion therapies.
Yeah.
Yes, and I can imagine someone being there because someone is telling them that they have to
Yeah.
be different.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can feel about that.
And it's not just the doctor, it's the same people as well, like the person that thinks about themselves like that. Maybe because they don't have the right education. Maybe their parents or their society, their neighborhood, their friends, professors, I don't know, just their surrounding there didn't teach the person the right education, or didn't, educate them to tell them like, hey, it's okay. Like, it's okay, you're not crazy, you're not, ill, or you don't have a disability because you feel this way or you like this person of your own gender.
That's something that I didn't think about that there's people that actually believe themselves that they have something wrong, and like you said, it's because all these different voices around that tell them there's something wrong with you, you're crazy, we have to change you, and
Yes.
stuff like that. What would you say is the reason why countries around the world have these discriminating laws?
So I think the number one reason is education. I think we have old people in the government that they were raised in a different way that we are, raised now. They have a very different education as we have now. For example, now in schools, we are having classes, we are having presentations, we are having, this education that this is something that is happening now that people are not afraid of to talk about their gender identity, their sexual orientation. We have to evolve, as we said before. Now things change. Things will change eventually as well. They don't have the same education that we have now. There's old people in the government because they're old, we have to be honest. They think that the right thing now is a boy to be with a girl and a man with a woman, But maybe they think that because in their time, in times like years ago, people were afraid of talking about this. People were afraid of talking that, yeah, I'm a lesbian. Yeah, I don't want to be a girl anymore, I want to be a man. Or I don't identify myself as a man or a woman, I can be non-binary, or I can be both. I identify myself as a man, as a woman. And they are stuck with that education for years now. And they have to understand that now young people, our society, are more understanding about these topics.
Right.
Yeah.
And I can't imagine what it is like to be in the street and having fear of someone discovering how you feel about a man or about a woman or about yourself, that you don't want to wear a skirt anymore, you want to wear pants, but that's forbidden, or you can dress as you want to because someone's gonna, or even if you're not doing it because you are transsexual, you just feel like it, and then someone suspects that you are part of the LGBTQI community and reports you, and then you go to jail or you're sentenced to death just because of how you look or just because of who you like. And I think that that's something that we need to work on, because even though we have been progressing in multiple ways, being
we have all these walks now. We had the past month in New York this LGBTI parade, because people want to be heard. People want this massive events, so all around the world they know that they are like supporting this type of community. It was a smart thing to do it in New York because it's the most big city in the world, or something like the most famous one. So it's a great thing that they did that past month.
So do you think that as a society we're moving towards improvement or not?
I think that we are, because now schools, like in my case FIU, we have once a year we have this march. I don't remember what date, but we had this march in Miami that with big posters saying that FIU support the LGBTQ community. We also have this peer program education that we as students, we can go to different classes and make presentation and educate the students about the different categories inside the LGBTQ community and explain it so we don't be so confused about all these topics. So they can learn, we students can learn about it, and then we can pass this knowledge to other people in the family, and we can be more smart about the conversation that we have related to this topic. So yeah, I think we are improving in the United States. in
Yes.
our society.
What do you think we should do to fight against this social injustice relating to the LGBTQI community? What would you do as a social justice campaign? If you were leading a social justice campaign, what would you like to do?
So I will do presentations, and I will start in elementary school, and I will bring professionals like psychologists, doctors, or people from the same LGBTQI community. And I will go to elementary school, and I will start over there. Why? Because these kids don't know how to discriminate other kids. They with time they know how to, and they will start and do like discriminate others.
Well, thank you, Avril, for sharing your knowledge, your thoughts about this, and unpacking this topic that is very important for not only the LGBTQI community, but for the rest of the people. Because you can kind of share this with all of the different types of discrimination, being discrimination just for being a woman or just for the tone of your skin. And yeah, well, thank you, and I hope you guys like this and could learn something from the interview. Thank you, Professor King, for your time, and yes.
Thank you. Bye.